So in the end of this video we will be able to do this. Yep, 6th Sense. Hello everyone! Today I'm going to install a custom kernel and a custom ROM. For my kernel I chose to install ElementalX, and from the ROM I chose to install Android Revolution HD, or as someone already called it, ARHD or Revo, however you like to call it. So basically, first of all, you have to backup with Nandroid or Titanium backup, whatever you like. I think I showed you how to do it the last time, so I won't show it again. I already copied the downloaded files. Basically you just have to download the files of the kernel and the ROM from XDA, for example, or from whatever you choose. Just make sure that you have a correct phone and the ROMs, because there are some ROMs that only accept a specific seed, so take a note of that. As far as I'm concerned, this ROM won't require me to change my seed or anything. So I already have root and a custom recovery TWRP. Make a note that I saw that Revo requires on some versions a specific TWRP or higher. I think I have the highest right now. So what I'm gonna do, I already copied first of all the ROM and the kernel files to my SD, or I will call it an external SD. So I'll go directly to the TWRP recovery. If you don't remember, you have to restart your phone and push the volume down key. Push it until the bootloader, as you can see, starts. Navigate with the volume keys only one time, volume down, sorry, and you choose the power button to choose the recovery. Wait a few seconds. Now basically the kernel, as far as I know, won't require us to do a factory reset or any wipe or whatsoever, but the ROM actually, as far as I read, requires it. So I will try now to flash only the kernel and reboot, check if it works, and afterwards I will flash the ROM, and I won't wipe anything at all at first. We will check if it works. If it won't, we'll have to wipe. Anyway, I have backup for everything. So if we are here, you choose here for backup, just in case. I won't backup right now because I already did. So we'll go back, choose install, navigate to wherever your files are, where you saved your ROM or kernel or whatever. Now I saved it in a folder called ROM. I hope I'll find it. Here it is. Oh, sorry. I know it's a little tricky with camera, sorry. Here it is. So, as you can see, the first file is the ROM, is the Revolution HD 62, and the second file is the ElementalX for M7, now it's version 14.1. So, well, let's choose the kernel and basically just flash it. Now, I'm not sure, but I think it will have an aroma installer. Let's check it. Yep, it seems like an aroma installer. Basically what aroma installer gives you is this. It gives you a touchscreen installation mode with probably customizations. Let's look at it. I probably won't do any customization right now. I think you can actually do everything later as well. So basically it writes now, this kernel will allow you to choose hardware settings that may not work with your device. If you install this and have problems such as instability or random reboots, please reinstall with a lower CPU frequency or higher voltage. I think I won't change now too much, but give me a few seconds just to read and check whatever it has. So basically I'll just leave everything as the default. And and wow, you can actually overclock your device up to 2295 megahertz. That's huge. Now I won't do it right now, maybe later. I think the device is fast enough, so we'll just use that. And oh, now undervolt. Well, I will actually go with what it suggests. Undervolt 850 min. I'm not sure exactly what will it give us, but I think we'll try it. Now the stock, I think, doesn't have undervolt. Yeah, sorry, the stock obviously doesn't have any undervolt. Basically what it means, your CPU will work with an undervoltage. For example, if it had to work with, I don't know, 5 volts, just as an example. Of course it's not 5 volts, but this time it will work, for example, for 4 volts, which means that if it will be stable, I hope so, your battery will drain much slower, which means battery will be more efficient. So let's see, maximum GPU. Now for some reason it already shows me the overclocked version. Well, let's leave it an overclocked for 450 megahertz. And GPU converter, okay. Now let's go with recommendations. I won't play with it right now. I/O schedule, now I have no idea what it does, so let's leave it as it is. Now, oh, it has some modes, that's cool. Logo to menu, for example, which means you can use the HTC logo as a menu. Yeah, it actually can be a button. And button light notification. Oh, I think when you get a notification, so there will be lights on the home screen and on the home button, sorry, and the back button. Enable USB fast charge. Now I'm not sure what it does, and I'm not sure if I should enable it. Let's not enable it right now. HTC Color Enhancement. Nah, let's leave it. Enable graphic boost. Well, let's leave it. HTC PCMGR. Ensure smooth UI, recommend leaving it enabled. Okay, let's leave it enabled. And expat support, I have no idea why should I have it. Color gamma support, nah, no need. Sweep to wake. Okay, I think I won't touch it. Oh, it has the option to double tap to wake. Now it will actually work for this, probably the same as the HTC One M7, the new version of the HTC One. And oh, you can enable this one for a full screen, so we'll use it as well. And there is pocket detection. I'm not sure how it will work, but it helps, for example, if you wear jeans or something, so it won't accidentally probably set the tap to wake or whatever you use. Okay, you can choose only double tap to wake or double tap to wake full screen. So let's see what's better. Well, I'll choose the full screen because I prefer to press on the screen, for example at night. It will be more convenient. Huh. You can actually use vibration for it. No, I won't use vibration for the tap to wake or things like that. Let's leave it off. Oh, so actually I would press here, for example, but no. You have to choose install ElementalX or abort to installation. Well, of course we will choose the install ElementalX. So now it's installing. Whoa, it seems fast. Probably will run a few times. I think so. Actually, it says finished. It's kinda interesting. ElementalX has been installed successfully. Please let your phone boot completely and then reboot again. Okay, so we'll have to do 2 reboots, of course, in case it will work. So let's reboot the system and let's hope it will work. I have no idea if that kernel can work with a stock ROM. Yeah, I have now a stock ROM which belongs to Vodafone, Vodafone England and Germany. They have same CID and the same version actually. It took me some time to find it out. Well, it starts booting. Let's hope it will boot correctly and everything will be fine. Remember that the ElementalX installation asked us to reboot again after the first reboot. So we'll wait now for the boot. Now note that this boot probably will take much longer than the default one, because the new kernel will extract some files and prepare it to work. Everything is done in the background here, so you won't probably notice any changes. It will just take much more time than the usual boot. Oh, actually it didn't take that much long. Well, it seems to work. Sorry, 1 second. I don't think you should see my security. Oh, so I have a color recorder application and it's actually stopped working. Well, that's not that important. It's a pretty buggy color recorder, so it doesn't matter. It seems to load. I'm not sure if anything new was installed here. I don't see anything new right now. Let's try to go to settings of the phone and see if you have anything new there. As far as I know, the kernel gives us some new things, new options. Let's go to developer, maybe here. Well, for some reason I don't see anything. So, as we said, let's try to reboot again. I'm not sure if it will actually give us any settings, but as far as I read, it should give us some settings. Anyway, this kernel probably will have much greater battery life. At least that's what I hope. Now, in the meanwhile, I want to tell you that I have created a small app. It's on the Play Store. It doesn't do anything special. It's my first app. I'm trying to learn from time to time. I don't have much time for that. But it would be great if you'll just maybe install it, just give it a star, whatever you like. You don't have to, of course, but I will appreciate it. So I will give the link to the app in the description of the video, so you can check it out. So the device already booted. Okay, almost. Again, 1 second. So yeah, it seems everything as usual. I'm not sure that anything was changed. Oh yeah, it's still loading actually. So that's funny that I already trying to do anything with it. Now I don't see any changes here. Nothing at all. Let's check in the about. Probably in the software information. So yeah, in the kernel version it writes ElementalX. So the kernel is 3.4.10, ElementalX 14.1. That's it, the kernel is installed. Now let me just reboot again to our recovery and try to install the ROM. Now, as I said before, I will not wipe anything out, I will not do any factory reset. I'll just try to install the ROM as it is and we'll see if it will work. Now, I did many ROM installations on my previous device, that was the Nexus One, which was actually made by HTC as well. Actually, I have it right here, right now, in case you don't know this device. This is the legendary device. Now, it still works for me and it has now the KitKat version. Yeah, I know it's kinda difficult to get it, that such an old phone has a KitKat version on it. So, sorry for the stop, my battery has died on the camera, so I had to replace it. So let's continue. Now, install without wiping, haha! So we can actually wipe through the installation. Now, it says, suitable for most point releases and minor upgrades. Not advised if you are coming from another ROM or an older base. Well, we'll try it. Oh, you can actually select what Google applications you want. Well, basically I use most of them, so let's see. Yep, I use all of those. And actually I have already Dropbox, well, whatever. Now I have, yeah, it's kind of interesting that I use all of them. Okay, I don't use Twitter lately, so I won't install it. Let's try to improve ext4 performance. Okay, let's leave the rest as it is. Oh, you can choose between two super users. Actually, I know that Kosh is a great developer, so I'll stick with him. Although I used up till now the Chainfire, I think, but we'll stick to Kosh right now. And yeah, actually I forgot to tell you that this ROM comes with Sense 6, the same Sense that comes with the new HTC One M7. So yeah, it has some kind of a toolbox inside the ROM, probably for settings and things like that. And yep, that's it, so it's installing. Ooh, the installation actually looks good. And it goes pretty fast. Well, of course the installation of kernel was much faster. Again, the kernel was much lower in size. I don't remember the exact size, but the ROM weighs about 1 GB on 1.2 GB, I'm not sure. So it will take much more time to install it. So I'll pause the video now and we'll continue after the installation has finished. So now the installation is finished, so just press finish, and again you just unlock your TWRP and reboot the system. Now again, this boot will probably take much longer. Now that one I'm sure will take much longer, because the ROM should extract many files, and as I said before, we didn't wipe, so it might not work at all, it might not boot. Anyway, well, oh, I think we have a boot loop. We might have a boot loop. Unless, well, actually I forgot, I had a Vodafone version, remember? So the logo here was a Vodafone logo, and I don't see it now, of course, since this one is not a Vodafone ROM, and probably it was just the boot animation of the ROM or something. So yeah, we might not have a loop yet, but who knows, we'll just have to wait few seconds or minutes. Yeah, it might take few minutes, I know it sounds a lot, but keep in mind it installs many files and extracts many files, and besides I had much data on the phone, so it will take some time. I'll pause the video and I'll continue after it boots, if it boots. Okay, so I think it's starting to boot. It didn't take that much time, probably 2 minutes or something like that. And now what it does is upgrading our applications. Now this is a regular screen, it's fine. It will take few time now. Basically the only thing now left to hope won't happen is force close for applications. Now in case it will be only one application or something, it will be fine, we can always reinstall that application or something. But if we'll see that any applications of a system are not doing well, so I'll have to wipe and install everything again. Of course I have Titanium backup, so I can always just restore all the data, restore all the applications and everything, probably will work fine. I already did those things in my Nexus 1, so it should work the same way here. So I'll pause the video now again, because I have many applications, and we'll continue after it's finished. So it took me some time, but I understood what was wrong. What I did wrong is installed the kernel, and only after that I installed the ROM. This is wrong. The reason is the kernel installs few files and settings and other stuff to the system partition. And when you install the ROM, it overwrites what was there, which means it overwrited few of the things that the kernel had. So basically what you need to do is install the ROM and only afterwards install the kernel. Same goes if you will update in the future this ROM or any other ROM, you'll have to install the kernel again as well. So basically, in the end what we get is this. Here you go, it has the same double tap on the screen as the M8. So basically you can see some new settings. I already did some customizations, but I didn't really play with it too much. Oh, and in the settings, if you look closely, you'll actually see the new menus. And here's the options of the ROM. I won't go through all of those because there are many. Basically, you have here all the options from the M8. And by the way, the blink feed looks pretty cool here. I don't know, I probably will start using it maybe or something. And yeah, you can see the status bar changes according to the app. What else can I show you? Basically that's it. Everything worked pretty fine after the installation. The only thing that crashed was actually Dropbox, which was weird, but I don't care anyway. I use Google Drive most of the time. So that's it, guys. Oh, and yeah, I can do like that, yeah, as well. So that's it, hope you enjoyed, and all the links will be in the description of the video below. So hit like, subscribe, and whatever you want. Have fun!